Anyway, pray for my man Travis Hunter. There's rumors that his current girl is pregnant, but
it seems Travis Hunter has stumbled into serious trouble. The young NFL sensation just uncovered a chilling truth that proves what many fans had been warning all along. His wife's love wasn't for him, it was for his money.
I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type.
With no prenup in place and tensions rising, Travis could be walking straight into a disaster that threatens to change everything. Here's how it unfolded. The picture-perfect image that Travis Hunter and Lenny had spent months putting on display collapsed in spectacular fashion when Hunter came face-to-face with the truth millions had already suspected. The Jaguars rookie posted, then quickly deleted a cryptic message on Instagram. Life really ain't all it's cracked up to be. That single post sent shockwaves across the NFL, signaling that the 22-year-old star had finally woken up to the harsh reality of his situation. The breaking point came with leaked DM photos allegedly showing Lenny in bed with a fellow Jaguars player. For Hunter, the betrayal cut deeper than any hit he'd ever taken on the field. This wasn't just cheating, it was the destruction of team loyalty, brotherhood, and everything sacred in professional sports. Sources close to the situation revealed that Hunter confronted his wife over the evidence, sparking an explosive argument that ended with him storming out, suitcase in hand, and checking into a hotel. The timing couldn't have been worse. Just months after their extravagant May 24, 2025 wedding at the barn at Faith Farms in Athens, Tennessee, where Hunter had surprised his bride with a $300,000 custom Mercedes-Benz AMG G63 Brabus 800. The dream wedding had now turned into a nightmare. The irony, the man who had built his entire brand on being able to dominate both offense and defense, suddenly stood powerless against the very person he trusted most.
Anyway, pray for my man Travis Hunter.
DJ Academic's warning turned out to be chillingly accurate. As Hunter's world began to unravel in ways even his harshest critics never saw coming, the warning signs had always been there, scattered across social media for anyone paying attention. But blinded by love, the young star ignored what now seems painfully obvious in hindsight.
Are you excited about the wedding?
Yes, bro. Well, I'm just ready to go eat, then do my thing.
Those red flags stretched all the way back to the very start of their relationship. For months, Len had ignored Hunter's Instagram, Deems only replying after her brother pointed out that Hunter was a rising football prospect. Hunter himself admitted this detail publicly, but what should have been a clear warning sign was brushed aside. The most damaging revelation, however, came straight from Len's own mouth. In an 8-minute TikTok clip, she confessed, "I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type." What was meant as only exposed the transactional foundation of their relationship, while also putting Hunter's past infidelity on blast. For millions to see, the cracks widened at the Heisman Trophy ceremony on December 14, 2024. Viral footage showed Len sitting motionless during Hunter's historic moment until Coach Deion Sanders nudged her to stand. The fact that she couldn't even fake excitement for her husband's biggest triumph spoke louder than words. But the revelations didn't stop there. By December 2024, leaked clips and photos began flooding the internet, painting an even darker picture. Old videos resurfaced showing Len dancing provocatively with another man at a party, while Snapchat-style footage allegedly caught her in bed with someone else, casually filming herself saying good morning. Each leak chipped away further at the illusion of loyalty she had worked so hard to maintain.
Same test, too. A eater! Ain't no way. 3 years ago, they did that. 5 years, that's that same tech. Yeah, my boy in that bitch putting it to work. Ain't no way.
Hunter's reaction to the December scandals showed just how deeply he was invested and how blind his loyalty may have made him. During a Twitch livestream on December 15, 2024, he passionately defended Len, telling viewers she had cried herself to sleep and turned to heavy drinking because of online backlash. But instead of earning sympathy, his public defense only fueled critics' claims that Hunter was being manipulated. The financial stakes made the situation even more devastating. With no prenuptial agreement in place, his $46.65 million rookie contract, including a $30.66 million signing bonus, was suddenly wide open to division in divorce court. The risk was so glaring that celebrity divorce lawyer James Stone went as far as offering free prenups to the entire 2025 draft class, directly pointing to Hunter as the ultimate cautionary tale. Hunter's generosity toward Len had been extreme from the start. Beyond the $300,000 wedding Mercedes, he had spent over $4.5 million on gifts, a $100,000 engagement ring, multiple luxury cars worth more than $600,000 combined, and their $3.27 million mansion in Jacksonville's exclusive Deerwood Country Club. What were once symbols of love now stood as painful reminders of misplaced trust. Social media lit up after Hunter's cryptic deleted post, with fans flooding timelines. "We tried to warn you, young king. Sometimes you have to learn the hard way." The consensus was unanimous. Hunter had ignored the obvious red flags, and now he was paying the ultimate price. The alleged involvement of a Jaguars teammate only made the betrayal more crushing. In professional sports, locker room chemistry is everything. For Hunter, realizing that someone in his own camp may have crossed that line was almost unthinkable. Insiders claimed team management worried the drama could bleed into performance and fracture the fragile trust inside the locker room, especially given Hunter's rare role as a two-way player. As the shockwaves settled, attention turned to a bigger question. How could such a talented, disciplined athlete end up in such a precarious position, both emotionally and financially? The answer, critics argued, lay in the calculated way Len had orchestrated their entire relationship. What once looked like random controversies began to form a disturbing pattern. Len's background, graduating with a bachelor's and 2 years education in just 2 years at Kennesaw State, showed not only intelligence but also, as critics claimed, an ability to weaponize it. Her control over narratives, timing, and public image suggested someone who knew exactly how to play the long game to secure financial stability. The timeline only reinforced that theory. Their relationship went public in February 2022, right as Hunter's draft stock surged. Engagement followed in February 2024, just after his Heisman win. Their May 2025 wedding landed perfectly between his draft selection and his contract signing. Every career milestone was immediately followed by a deeper financial commitment from him. Step-by-step friendship, relationship, engagement, marriage, each stage locked him in tighter. Always aligned with his rising fame, her social media strategy told the same story. Once a private student, Len reinvented herself into an influencer, growing to 448,000 TikTok followers and 223,000 on Instagram. Their joint YouTube channel, Travis and Liana, launched in May 2022, cast her as an equal partner in his brand, despite her contributing nothing to building it. Perhaps the darkest manipulation was how she weaponized his love against him. At public appearances, her behavior often stirred negative attention, putting Hunter in a position where he had to defend her. At one Adidas event, she complained while he interacted with fans, saying, "What am I supposed to do? Just sit here." To critics, this wasn't random frustration. It was calculated pressure, forcing Hunter to choose between pleasing her or fulfilling his career obligations.
What y'all don't know, again, off of a 7-second clip, is those weren't fans, by the way. He had already finished that part. He had finished meeting with the fans. I was there the entire time, taking pictures, talking to them, everything. The girls that were there, they were the Adidas, they worked for Adidas.
Even Len's own explanations exposed the manipulative way she approached their relationship. Every carefully worded justification showed someone skilled at spinning narratives, keeping just enough plausible deniability to protect herself while continuing to reap the benefits of Hunter's success. But the leaked videos and photos from their early days together painted a much darker reality than the polished image she projected. The timing of those leaks was no accident. Each drop seemed to align with Hunter's biggest career milestones, as if someone had been sitting on damaging content, waiting for the moment it would hurt most. One man even admitted he deliberately waited for Hunter to become famous before releasing compromising footage. Proof that multiple people saw him not as a person, but as an opportunity for profit. Online reactions to Len's behavior revealed the pattern Hunter had refused to acknowledge. Across platforms, fans echoed the same concerns: her lack of genuine excitement for his achievements, her obsession with material gain, and her uncanny ability to place herself at the center of every major career moment. On Twitter, fans documented example after example. One user wrote, "She only lights up when gifts are involved, never when he actually wins." Another analyst observed, "Look at her during celebrations. She's calculating, not celebrating." And one comment summed it up perfectly: "She's been playing chess while he's been playing checkers." That financial exploitation was perhaps the clearest red flag. Len consistently secured extravagant gifts without ever showing reciprocal financial investment. The $4.5 million in jewelry, cars, and luxury property weren't tokens of affection. They represented a systematic transfer of wealth, from the man who earned it to the woman who positioned herself to take it. Veteran athletes and analysts quickly recognized the danger. Former NFL star Des Bryant publicly urged Hunter to walk away, while others shared cautionary tales of their own financial downfalls from relationships lacking legal protection. The consensus among professionals was blunt: Hunter was being played. Celebrity voices amplified the warning. On their podcast, rappers Cam'ron and Maze stressed that a prenup was essential unless the spouse was wealthier. While Boosie didn't mince words, openly labeling Len a gold digger, the message from every corner, sports, fans, and entertainment alike, was the same. Hunter's situation wasn't just unfortunate. It was a blueprint of systematic exploitation.
This is Gen Z, man. Generation Zest. This is crazy. The craziest thing is, these zesty now, they're the that's most down to crash out. They're the most gangster. And supposedly they're getting the most. The world is backwards. I can't even try to comprehend. I'm gonna just go over here, I carve my own lane, and I'm gonna just let niggas shit. Anyway, congratulations to my boy Travis Hunter and his wife.
Even Channing goes,
I respect Travis all too much. And when you say that, you're usually about to say something mean about somebody. Heard there was no prenup. I don't like that. This man's about to be a MVP type candidate, I think. I think he'll be an all-pro corner. I think he'll be a very good receiver. You know, we've heard the stories of the past when they were getting together, how she called the man ugly.
The July 2025 crying video posted by Len revealed yet another side of her strategy. In the clip, she appeared sobbing while speaking about spiritual growth, but the timing and framing felt deliberate. By using religion as a shield, critics argued, she made it nearly impossible to question her without looking insensitive, while also triggering Hunter's protective instincts. The move worked. Sympathy poured in, including from WNBA star Angel Reese, who commented, "The storm doesn't last forever." It was another example of Len carefully aligning herself with powerful voices who could validate her when the backlash grew too loud. But the revelation of an alleged affair with a Jaguars teammate represented the ultimate betrayal. If true, it suggested someone so confident in her grip over Hunter that she believed she could cross even that line without consequence. The audacity stunned fans and insiders alike, proof of manipulation and control few could have imagined. Financial experts also weighed in, pointing out that Len's lifestyle had been entirely funded by Hunter. Despite claiming independence, her net worth wasn't documented anywhere. What looked like personal wealth was simply Hunter's money repackaged in her name. Taken together, the pieces formed a chilling pattern. A young athlete identified early, groomed through relationship milestones, and strategically locked into commitments that maximized her benefit while minimizing her risk. Engagement right after the Heisman, marriage before the NFL contract. A flawless timeline for her. Meanwhile, the fallout spread into Hunter's professional life. Trevor Lawrence, the Jaguars franchise quarterback, had initially embraced Hunter as a teammate. From day one, Lawrence praised his conditioning, his tireless work ethic, and his ability to master both offensive and defensive playbook. Their chemistry quickly became one of the NFL's most exciting storylines. On the Pardon My Take podcast, Lawrence even joked about wanting Hunter on offense more, telling him, selfishly, "I want you catching touchdowns instead of breaking up passes." But by August, the personal turmoil had begun creeping into the locker room. Sources reported that Hunter's focus in practice wavered, a shocking shift from his usual intensity. For a quarterback already under pressure after an injury-shortened season, Lawrence needed reliability, and Hunter suddenly looked distracted. The rumors of a teammate's involvement only deepened the cracks, even without a name attached. The idea that someone inside the locker room might be entangled in Hunter's personal life poisoned the atmosphere with suspicion. Lawrence, as a leader, was forced into a near-impossible balancing act, protecting team unity while supporting a teammate whose personal world was imploding. Analysts voiced their concerns too. ESPN insiders reminded viewers that while Hunter played 70 snaps a game in college, this is the NFL. It's never been done before, and if anyone could, it would shorten his career. Layering personal chaos on top of that historic workload only raised the stakes higher. The Jaguars' investment in Hunter was massive, trading up in the draft, building schemes around his unique two-way potential. But in preseason, warning signs appeared. Against the Steelers, Hunter managed just 2 short receptions on offense, while a missed tackle that ended with him flattened by Caleb Johnson went viral for all the wrong reasons. Coaches grew frustrated. Forced to balance football preparation with the elephant in the room, teammates privately admitted concern, knowing how quickly personal drama could wreck promising careers. Veterans urged him to protect himself financially, but his emotional ties to Len left him resistant to advice. Lawrence remained outwardly supportive, but his tone changed. Once effusive about Hunter's upside, his later comments grew cautious, shifting focus to Hunter's need to stay locked in despite off-field distractions. By late August, the situation reached a crossroads. Could Travis Hunter separate his personal life from his professional one, or would the shocking discovery about his wife ultimately derail one of the most promising NFL careers in recent memory? The Jaguars organization, teammates, and fans could only wait and hope that their young star wouldn't let love, betrayal, and manipulation undo the future he'd fought so hard to secure. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click the card on screen to stay updated with more stories like this.